Hello. Hello and welcome to the daily political and societal tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat or questions about what's going on in society. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers. Thank you for helping, for keeping us safe. And we have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. Thank you. You've been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, you're part of the community too, of course. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for watching. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go so you can pick and choose what you're interested in. Or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed or whatever works for you. So hello. I'm glad you like the mosaics today, and we've got some fun nails to go with them. So let me see, what was I going to say? Oh, I've got a lot of art. I mean, I've got a lot of art. That's true. But no, I've got a lot of work to try to turn it into something. But I did want to just share with you that during the Stay Calm live stream that I do right before this one on the Stay Calm channel here on YouTube, that normally here, let me show you what I normally have. Normally, I use this overlay. And we go through, we do stretching and breathing, what have you, but then we go through the chakras and empower them, and right, and we work our way through. And we have this kind of thing, and I can explain. And by the way, your chakras, it is front and back. It's not, I know that there's so much focus on the front, but there's actually, anyway. So I go through these. Then I ran across something, and I'm going to have to mess with this to try to improve it, which is going to be tough. But I found this. It's a heart chakra and the throat chakra. The happiness. If that was green, that was blue. He just needs a little one on his forehead, his little fuzzy forehead. Little crown chakra at the top. That's anyway, so I'm gonna have to mess with this art to improve it. I died. I am coming to you from the afterlife. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because it's so cute. Okay, I'll go back to this. All right. All right. So anyway, we'll jump into your questions today. Oh, glad you guys like it. Lewis, Chakra Khan. Chakra Khan. Oh, thank you, Kat. All right. So now that we see, we can kind of raise the energy nicer. So then we can go look at the troglodytes, deal with some of the mouth breathers, and then we come back and we don't live in that energy all day. Sherry, yeah, there is some astrological stuff coming. I'm going to be talking about it later this week. So we're also having Sarah Thursday this week. So Sarah will be on Thursday. She would be here on Wednesday, but she has to get her little heater died. And in the office where she comes to us from, it's very, very cold. So her heater doesn't get there, her little space heater, it doesn't get there until Wednesday, sometime during the day. So she'll be here on Thursday. All right, let's jump in at 4 minutes, 30 seconds in. Marjorie Taylor Greene, yes, the traitor herself. She's launched an unhinged call for officials to manipulate the weather to stop LA wildfires. Quote, why don't they use geoengineering like cloud seeding to bring rain down on the wildfires in California? Unquote. So she basically dragged her knuckles across the room to get to a microphone to say something stupid, and then dragged her knuckles on the floor on her way back out. Because, thank you, Cat Mom. Because there aren't any clouds. Okay. The question here is, yeah, just a brief thing. Sabine Winter says, was she asked to say something stupid? Oh, there we go. There we go. Visualize 70 says, yeah, but you could use Jewish space lasers to cut trenches to stop the fire spreading. Oh, there we go. Oh, Carolyn, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Really helps. Lena says, and people reelected her. Yeah. And Carol is pointing out with 100 mile an hour winds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Lewis is pointing out that stupid is her default setting. Yes, it is. Okay. Do put questions in the chat before I come on, please. High Priest is asking, what is she trying to distract us from? I don't know that there was any inherent distraction in that. She is that willfully ignorant. She has chosen to be that willfully ignorant. And of course, she's just contrary to be contrary. Her sharing her little pearls of wisdom. Sitting pretty, she thinks she's all that. Do get a hangman though. Some kind of big suspension. And not just the suspension of disbelief that she constantly insists from everybody. Amy Jones is asking if the Gazpacho police are fighting the fires. Hello, Dorian. Thank you, Deanna. Wow. Oh, boy. Quiet as a tomb, silent. Feeling beaten up, judgment, and well, she is perpetual. Talk about somebody who lives on the drama triangle. Huh. She's always the victim. She actually, she does love because she's, and this is my personal opinion, because she is sadistic. She literally gets she gets endorphins. She gets a thrill from seeing other people hurt, from humiliating them. It's literally, it's not just like, oh, she acts that way, or oh, she's full blown. Watch her. She gets a thrill. She was on her way, like there was a video, she was on her way to go into somebody else's election, not room, one of those little offices they rent. And she brought some men with her, intimidating. And then she was just walking straight for the door. And you could see this, she had this look on her face of this really intense negative look, but it was also, there was this little hint of glee. And when she was holding the big posters with the naked pictures of Hunter, she was going to get to show them again. That whole blonde bad build, that thing, that time she's holding these posters And you can see the glee that she thinks she's gonna get to humiliate somebody. She is sadistic. So why are we suddenly getting all this major arcana? Tiger Sephora Toro Bully. Is that like an asteroid that's important in her chart? I haven't looked at her asteroids, I'm afraid. Jay Dashier, where do you get your nails? I'm just starting to wear them and not go to the salon all the time. Oh, I've been collecting them for years. I've gotten some from Amazon. I've had some gifted to me. I'm not above Temu. When I see something on Amazon and the same thing's on Temu for less money, and I know that the person here has just bought the one from Temu and is sharing that, I'll do that too. It's like, why go through the middleman? Just get it. Anyway, Jana says Walgreens has nails. Yeah, they tend to be a bit pricey, but yeah. Anyway, why am I answering that question in the middle of this reading? Because I would so much rather talk about anything creative, positive, fun, rather than this sadistic blankety blank. Alice is asking, does she have an unhealthy obsession with Hunter Biden? And no, not just him. No, it's anyone she can humiliate. She gets off on it. Cruelty and humiliation is her thing. Anyway, Page of Wands. She doesn't have the same clout she used to have. She's definitely in there, and there's a start here, but there's some. It's not something like just her, but there's some questionable things coming up with her. Yeah, things are not going to go. She's not on the rise. She's not. Yeah. All right. Well, there's not much there then. Okay. Lewis says, for all of her devotion toward the felon, she hasn't gotten a plum position in his coven of demons. Jennifer's asking, did you ever find the snowflake ornaments? Oh, the icicles. Yes. No, I did not. I just had to break down and buy new ones. Still don't know where they are, but now I've got everything in one box, one bin. All right. Oh, Lisa for Truth. She's no Christian. That's for certain. Ding. Yeah. And Lewis says, my apologies to demons everywhere. So that was good. Thank you, Veronica. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's not on an upward trajectory. Who do type that in? Visualize 70. No, I agree. Okay. At 14:10, 14:15. Oh my gosh. Ukraine is offering to send 150 firefighters to help with the wildfires in California. Zelensky says they are so grateful for what we have done for them that in the middle of a war, they're willing to send 150 of their firefighters to California to help. if that does not say everything about which side of the conflict we should be on. You don't hear much about Russia trying to help us, do you? The question here is, will the U.S. government take them up on the offer? I think it would have to be maybe Gavin Newsom or something. But, oh. Yes, Carol, Slava Ukraine. They don't have the people to spare. They don't have 150 people to spare. They're fighting for their existence in self-defense. Yeah, they don't have a lot of people to spare, but they're willing. And yes, I guess it builds goodwill, but to even think of it, and then offer. Yeah, don't ask the Republicans. They don't care. Yeah, Republicans. Yeah, don't ask them. Maybe Newsom, but I don't think I'm not. It's something here like he knows they need their people at home. Then again, might score him some political points with Democrats. I don't know. Yeah. They're hurting. All right. Lisa Produce says Newsom stood up to Trump. Go Newsom. Anybody standing up to Trump? Absolutely. Alice Williams says we're getting help from Canada and Mexico. Very sweet. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's helping. It's still going on. Thank you, Beth. I just don't see it happening, or not for long, or not much. I don't know, but yeah, don't ask the idiot. Decision. There's an offer. There's a huge fire, what have you. But I've got. They would help, but yeah. Anyway, bless. There's another question about the California fires later on. So, bless everyone fighting. Bless everyone whose homes and lives were affected. Bless you all. Bless you all. Apparently, even the electronics is chiming in. All right. Sandy says Ukraine sending firefighters is not necessarily transactional. Oh no, I agree with that. I mean, if somebody wanted to be cynical, I guess, but no, it's even just to offer, even just to think of it, you have to be a good person. So anyway, thank you, Jay Dashier. Okay, so at 19 minutes in, Sharon Rice had a question. Is it likely? No. Why not? But let's ask. Just a thought, Sharon Rice suggested. Just a thought. Will the felon try to use Vader's march rather than Hail to the Chief? Dun, 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 dun. We know he's not going to, but still. Lisa Roots asking, how did we get here? A lot of decisions, a lot of astrology, just a lot. My whole life I had a feeling that I'm here. Well, first of all, I get the sense that whenever any of us have the chance to be incarnated, it's like us and our team, our guides or whoever it is. It's like us and our team, almost like when NASA chooses an astronaut or picks an astronaut. And it's like we were excited. It's like we have a chance to incarnate. Yay! And here, and this was like, this was a particularly, people really wanted to incarnate at this time because to witness this the massive changes. And all my life I had this feeling like we're here to witness this immense, just computers, just talking about this crux, this incredibly important moment in human history. This is massive. And since I was born in 71, so it went from no electronics, nothing. TV is the closest you get to electronics. Couldn't plug anything into it. Up to now. Wild. Anyway, so interesting that for it's a silly question, but I was asking about this, the dynasty, maybe he could borrow the empires, the black, white, and red flags. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. So going forward to March. But then I've got a Tower card and a Page of Cups. There are big changes coming, and I can't quite wrap my head around these change, but there are such big changes coming. Yeah, big astrology this year and next year and the year after that. So Grace says, I picture a travel agency and all the souls they are choosing from a menu. There we go. That makes sense. Oh, thank you. Hold on. Your being here helps me. Thank you. Yes, true, Lewis. They do not see. Beth Ace is the big shift. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Janet, there's so many advances just between here to here. In a 50-year time span, from here to here. Whoa, could not be more different. So, all right. All right, there's a question. You ask questions, I'm going to look at them. So, Cruel King Abbott of Texas. Oh, Carolyn, thank you. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. Okay, so Cruel King Abbott of Texas has released a public announcement that says he's ordered all flags to be raised to full staff at the Texas Capitol and all state buildings on January 20th in honor of Inauguration Day. By the way, this violates federal law. Will there be any pushback on this? No, because the pushback would have to come from a Trump DOJ. Design Media FX, thank you. Thank you. Everyone, please let us gift Autumn to help support this channel. I'm thinking this is the only income for you, right? Yeah, this is on Patreon. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. All right, so Cruel King Abbott of Texas. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. But let's see. Patricia says, I was born in 1946. I feel like I've seen most of it. Wars, peace, heroism, cowardice, and Jimmy Carter. Yes. Yes. Lou says, disgusting, no respect. He's a Trump supporter. Thank you, B. Smith. All right. Hermit. We're supposed to be mourning, but okay. Page of Pentacles. Abbott's mind is so small that you need a magnifying glass to find it. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. He's just party over country, party over decency. Always, always, always for these jerks. Yeah, whatever. He's not going to get into any trouble. They would have to be the Trump DOJ that would go after him for something, breaking a federal law. So, okay. He's awful. And the only person I feel like is worse than him is Paxton. Paxton has some of the worst energy. Some of the worst energy. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So at 2610. Now, I thought this was interesting. Something I read this morning. I don't know if you saw this. Cosmic Goat Lady is asking, will Trump give a blanket pardon to the January 6th rioters? Or think, if he could, twice about this. Think twice about it? I doubt it. But giving a blanket pardon to the January 6th rioters. Shady Vance just came out and said that the violent January 6th rioters should not be pardoned. Shady Vance. Did you just go against the Führer? Really? Feeling just that glam liner going to your head, diva. Oh, thank you to Sign Media. Thank you. I hope that gets fixed soon. And Debsy says, and Vance got serious pushback from MAGA. All right, this is, they're in prison for a reason. This is pathetic. This is all pathetic. Pathetic. With what they want to do. But that ends in the King of Cups, and that confuses me. So let me get some clarification on this, because this is just their usual garbage. Talking about it, will I do it, won't I do it? And let us never forget, Trump could have pardoned these people before he left office. Seriously. He could have done this back then, and he didn't. Alice Williams says, I admired Mr. Rogers. Fred Rogers? Oh, he's the patron saint of the channel. Oh, Brenda gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Insurrection. We got some of our civilization back when they were put in prison, and there's the country. We're better off with them in prison. Yeah, I know that, but I'm asking about, will the felon pardon them? Will Donald Felon Trump, will he pardon the January 6 people? Something shaky here. Shaky energy. And again, Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. So that would be starting something big and moving forward. So yeah, it's possible. But this energy, like, maybe it takes longer than they think. Ways maybe they're not willing to pay him enough. I don't know. This is weird. The energy's not as straightforward, and I'm getting this horrible energy, like right around the edge of this chakra. Just right here. It's just like, ugh, get off. You know, the people who are in prison for January 6th, we know they're scary, right? I mean, like, scary, scary. Like, they're in prison for a reason. I call it abort reading. Abort reading. Yeah, I might in a minute, because right here. Okay, all right. I know, they're awful. I get it. How many of them have money? From Safoli, there's, yeah, that's him. That could be him forgiving them. So so then they're available should he need them later. Yeah, I think so. I'm mainly what I'm getting is the most staggering corruption. Oh, these people are scary. Bye. I don't have any sage handy, but I'll be okay. All right, come on. Pulling down some positive energy. Okay. That's better. All right. Sorry, needed that. Lewis is sage and boo-boo time. He's sleeping. He's sleeping over here. He has the precious. Just protect your chakras, yeah. Absolutely. Cindy says they literally are the worst of us, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Kelly's asking about, bless you for asking, but good morning. No unredacted report, no report part 1. What's up? I have to wonder if Garland being a part of the Federalist Society has like, he really is a part of the Federalist Society. He's turned into like bar light. All right, Garland, where's the report? Part of the report. Something. Visualize 70 says Boo Boo Zen Kitty is restoring his Zen energy. Yes. Susan says, do you think they have dirt on him? No, actually, I think he lives a very clean life. He's just, there's being conservative in the sense of not wanting to risk messing up future, being thoughtful. But this, Debsy says a federal judge has ruled the report can be released, the January 6th report. Yep. And Laura's pointing out as well, they just said the judge ruled he can release the report. So where is it? How long are you going to wait? He at one point, I want to say, I read that he said something about he doesn't want to mess up the other 2 people being charged. And it's like, but Cannon dismissed all of it. Those people aren't on trial anymore. James says, give it a few hours. I'm sure it's going to show up. I hope so. We were so happy when he went in there. Hermit. the first full year after January 6th. Or was it in the, what is it with the, how long with the top secret documents? Nobody did anything. All right, this should be like, they were wrong, but they were a day late, dollar short. They can't stop. Here's a big old suspension, but then there's, if it's either the redactions give help to the Republicans, or he just doesn't do it, or he waits so long he can't. Look, there is big stuff coming this year. There is this summer, in March, in June, August, definitely. I mean, there are big astrological things coming this year, massive. So there will be big changes, but I wouldn't trust Garland to do what's right. Honestly, it's like, what was his name? That jerk. Super, super tall. Came out, and Comey came out and said that Hillary Clinton was under investigation, messed up the election. He's a Boy Scout. He thought he was doing the right thing. He was doing the right thing. Oh, that blew up the election. Oh well, but I was doing the right thing. Really? Then why didn't you say that he was being, Comey to this day thinks he did the right thing. So does Garland. They get so caught up in their own minds of, I'm such a good person. I see the big picture. No, you don't. You see a very narrow slice of the big picture. You see what you want to see. That makes you the hero. Anyway. Yeah, Queen Maeve, Comey is the essence of arrogance. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, anyway. But there's hard stuff in there. There's the report, if we see it, the report very much states who should be in big trouble, actions taken, and that is the sort of truth. So maybe. Okay, Michelle says that's not true. Garland wanted authorized an investigation into Trump less than 2 months after he took office. It was the FBI that refused to cooperate. In the end, Garland used the postal police. Okay. And what about all this time since? National Archive, the top secret documents. What? But I appreciate the information, Michelle. He's dragged his feet on so many things for so long. But anyway, but thank you. Anyway, okay. So at 39:15, this is kind of interesting, and there's a link to an article if you want to read it, if you want more details. But there's a columnist, or someone who was saying that Putin has laid a trap for Trump, who must avoid being outplayed. And basically this idea is Putin got Trump basically to come out and say, I can solve this all very quickly. This is all the whole Ukraine-Russia thing. It's going to go by very quickly. It's going to be sorted out. It's going to be exactly, it's easy. And that's not going to happen. Because what Putin wants isn't, Ukraine's not going to go for it. They're not. And Ukraine's already expecting the US to not help them. So what's the leverage? What's the leverage? Jeep girl, why don't you have CC? I'm hearing impaired. I have no control over that, I am afraid. I would absolutely turn that on if I could. Absolutely. I would love to, but I don't have power to do that. I'm sorry. Anyway. Oh, positive energy. Please let me know the tarot deck name you used in your main cover showing the woman in the armor. That's just an image I made. That's just an image I put together. So it's part. Well, that one is pretty heavy. That's got a lot of AI in it with changes that I make. So anyway. Okay. So Putin laid a trap for Trump. Yeah, Trump putting his foot in his mouth. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that. It'll be easy. It'll be quick. Based on what? You have no leverage. None. PIMDIS is Jennifer Connelly. Is that the actress from Labyrinth? Anyway. Magician. Ace of Cups. There's the Empress. You've already said you're not going to help Ukraine. What you there's nothing. Yeah. You can't fix this, and Ukrainians are going to die. Well done, you scumbag and felon. Yeah. It's just sad. It's just so sad. She says she looks like your armor art. Thank you. Okay. Cosmic Goat Lady has a question. At least we can change topics here for a minute. And while it's not the most important thing in the world, you asked, I'll look, and I'm glad to be able to look at something else. Thank you. After the felon passes, will Ivanka move the casket that's supposed to hold Ivana to a proper grave, as opposed to the edge of a golf course? Or jeez. Mark says Garland has concepts of an investigation. Oh, Bonnie Ray, thank you. Thank you. Fear says it's about to get real, everyone. Very real, so hang on and be safe. There are big changes coming this year, so. All right. So, somebody going to move Ivana's casket to, I don't know, somewhere remotely dignified? Well, that is the mother. is Mother Earth, that is Mother Nature. She is traditionally pregnant. That's Mom. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Trump did this. I mean, he's getting a big, huge tax break because of this. Is ridiculous. Six of Cups, Eight of Swords, Six of Swords. First of all, I wouldn't bank on Ivanka doing much that does not immediately benefit Ivanka. It might even be more like an Eric thing, or I don't know, because this is nostalgia. This is remembering their mother. And right now it's like they can't do anything, but maybe they're able to move eventually. But yeah, Ivanka is a nasty piece of work. Whereas Trump is a narcissist, but deep down he knows what he is, which is why he's so self-destructive. Ivanka is a narcissist and believes it. The princess, believes her own, I don't know what garbage, her own superiority. Rules don't apply. Laws don't apply to her. Rules don't apply to her. She's better. She's above it all. Anyway. Okay. Carol had a question. We kind of looked at that. But anyway, I'll look at it. 47. Okay, we'll do 47 minutes in. Carol, we're going to backtrack just a little bit because Carol had a question. Do you think the reason the DOJ and others slow-walked or failed to prosecute Trump quickly was to showcase how horrific he is, to try and snuff out his cult of MAGA? There was some fear of a civil war, creating a civil war, which you don't appease people who would break the law and do all of that by letting them get away with everything. Anyway, did they slow walk or fail to prosecute to showcase them? Just basically to show how awful Trump is, or was it something else? Trump's actions, our hope. There was stirrings, people stirring things up. World and Judgment. No, they figured they'd get there eventually. But they were afraid of getting snowballing. Tiger Safroli says, yes, appeasement worked so well in the 30s. I know, right? Whew. Okay. Hold on, says the class war is on. The question is, how will it manifest itself? Will it make a difference? $49. The class war is on. I've been wanting to read on this. So I don't usually take questions out of the chat during my live streams, but yeah, the class war is on. How will it manifest itself? Will it make a difference. Save. Because the class war is definitely on. And with all of these CEOs dropping decency, leaving people in terrible, trying to appease the felon, it just highlights how awful they are, that they don't care about people, that they don't care about their customers. And Zuckerberg is about as cold a fish as you can get. A second. Okay. So, back. No, not there. Here. There we go. Class war. Well, it's going to take, I mean, Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for 19 years total, something like that. 19, nearly 20 years. So it'll take a little bit of time to get going. We're the little worker bees. Now, one of the reasons that some of these big companies had limits on what people could say or not is because they didn't want to get sued. And as a matter of fact, once again, I've had an old video of mine flagged, which seems to happen on a fairly regular basis, because at least this time they didn't say I was violent, which is what they usually say. Really? 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 Okay. No, this time I was sharing medical disinformation. So they booted one of my videos. And going back and listening to what I said, I literally said, and I'm not kidding, I said, these morons believe X, Y, and Z. So YouTube has flagged me for medical disinformation, of even though the point was I was saying they were morons, and I did say they were morons. So yeah. Anyway, they were saving themselves before from being sued, but now they feel like they've got to cozy up to the Mar-a-Lago felon in order to keep the oligarchs, they're becoming oligarchs officially, or nearly officially, to keep the fruits of labor with the felon. They're showing who they are. They're showing what their priorities are. Don Sumner says, you told the truth. I know. Lorraine says, wow, it's crazy to flag you for that. Yeah, I get flagged. Yeah, but most often they say I'm promoting violence, even though I go out of my way to make it perfectly clear I am against violence. Oh, by the way, I have been seeing some shorts, videos, what have you. There are parts of mainly the younger generations, not just here and there, but there are some people calling for violence. They're wrong, but they are. Oh, 3 cards fell out. Yeah, or just we need to give it time. There's the Democrats and fighting against the absolute insanity as the rich, the corporations, the truth, they get away with everything, and then there's all this damage here, and we're fighting against that. And yeah, I know, Carol, I know. Et vous, Sebastian? Oh, very much depends. Cindy Lou says, what did you say? Vaccines work? Yeah, basically. I said, these morons believe X, Y, and Z, and they're wrong. Yeah, well. There's Sarah. Hello, my dear friend. Okay, so 5550. Let me see. Anything I don't get to today, I will roll over to tomorrow. And boy, this is giving me quite the headache. Maggie Edgar was asking what's going to happen on the 19th at the Felons rally, because he's having a rally the night before the inauguration, because of course he is. So, is anything going to happen? It's just going to be the usual blah, 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 blah from Dumpy, from the Felon. Cece Ryder, hello. Huma Abedin is engaged? Oh, gosh, I hope that I hope he treats her well. Goodness grief. Carol's asking, MAGA rally with or without tiki torches? Yes. And yes, their tiki torches and their pumpkin cupcake candles. The dynasty, yeah. I'm really surprised that he hasn't like changed the whole Republican thing to black, white, and red. And stir things up, make people feel like they have to support him, and he's the only he can save them. Queen of Cups, Hangman, King of Swords, making it clear that under him the law is not going to. For now, he is getting away with things. I would not watch this. Whatever the rally is, don't watch it. It's just going to upset you. Seriously. It's just going to upset you. It's going to be vile. So, yeah, okay. But we're in this together. We're very much in this together. That's what matters. So, all right. I think I'm going to need a little piece of chocolate or something after this. Go walk into my kitchen and since I've got to dig out my sage, I'll grab the spice off the bottle of sage off the spice rack and just hold it against my forehead. Oh boy. But anyway, these are my 4 YouTube channels. So we have been doing the relaxing your nervous system, empowering you. Try to keep your health, stay healthy, stay calm. Happens before this live stream. We go through the news together because we're together. We're in this together. And then from 3 to 6 Chicago time, Central time, we just do productive work. Whatever creative or productive work away from the news, making progress. And then on Fridays, our new color organization videos. So, all right. that's going to do it for me today. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be Creative Sprints this afternoon. But anyway, thank you. And please remember, you're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead, even though it seems like there aren't. This next couple of weeks, especially in about a week's time, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but we're going to get through it together. All right. So keep breathing. Keep being as positive as you can. Walk away from the news and be productive if that helps you. Whatever you need to do, we're going to get through this. So hang in there. All right. And I will see you later. All right. Hang in there.